Today, Russian Defense Minister Sergei Shoigu visited the zone of the special military operation, where he held an operational meeting with all commanders of units of Russian troops, taking part in combat operations in all directions of the front. In particular, the Russian military department reported that the Minister of Defense visited one of the headquarters of the group of troops under the designation West, where he thanked the commander of the troops, Colonel General Yevgeny Nikiforov, for professional and competent actions, as a result of which the Russian army has significantly advanced, improving its tactical and strategic position. At the same time, the defense minister urged all Russian commanders not to relax ahead of time. According to him, the numerous successes of Russian troops on the battlefield should not cause an underestimation of the enemy's capabilities. Sergei Shoigu stressed the importance of the continuous development of military intelligence and the ability of the Russian army to act ahead of the curve. The defense minister also added that one of the most important tasks of the military leadership is the continuous supply of the Russian army with everything necessary, including modern types of weapons. Sergei Shoigu stressed that he keeps this issue under personal control. By the way, during the visit of the Russian Minister of Defense to the Special Military Operations Zone, he was shown footage of the latest Russian guided air missile, GROM-1, successfully hitting and destroying a NATO weapons depot in the village of Bila Krynytsia, Kherson region. According to the Russian military, this destroyed NATO weapons depot contained shells for Western self-propelled guns, as well as one multiple launch rocket system Himars. In addition, the latest guided air missile GROM-1 also hit and destroyed the Ukrainian S-300 air defense system. Sergei Shoigu was also shown the footage of the destruction of the Ukrainian air defense system. It is reported that all launches of the latest Russian guided air missile GROM-1 were carried out by the fifth-generation fighter jet, Su-57. It is reported that the Russian defense minister was pleased with the result of the work of the latest missile, and ordered to significantly increase supplies of these guided air missiles to the Russian aerospace forces. My friends, let me remind you that the latest guided air missile GROM-1 was developed by the Russian holding company, Tactical Missiles Corporation, specifically for the new generation fighter jet Su-57, as well as for the attack drone S-70 Okhotnik. Russian engineers have been working on this rocket since 2015. In 2020, the latest guided air missile successfully passed all state tests, as a result of which it was announced that this missile is ready for mass production. Even though the main characteristics of the latest missile are strictly classified, it is reliably known that the GROM-1 is capable of hitting targets at a distance of up to 150 kilometers and developing a speed of up to 300 meters per second. Moreover, the GROM-1 is also capable of hitting targets in the back hemisphere at a 360-degree angle. That is, the Su-57 is now easily capable of destroying targets that are behind it. It is reported that the combat effectiveness of the latest guided air missile impressed the Russian generals so much that they ordered engineers to increase the number of carriers of these missiles. At the moment, it is reliably known that in Ukraine, in addition to the Su-57, these missiles are also being tested on such aircraft as the Su-34, MiG-35, and heavy reconnaissance strike drone, Altius. At the same time, it is worth noting that the capabilities of the latest missile are so extensive that it can destroy not only enemy heavy equipment in fortified areas, but also warships along with submarines. Moreover, the GROM-1 can be equipped with various warheads, including nuclear ones, which significantly increases the destructive power of this deadly missile.